we have officially found my favorite Flicker deck, okay? As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, we just recently got the new hero, which is kind of a combination between a hero and a unit. Really, really interesting card, to say the least. Super cool. We're throwing it into one of my go-to Inquiz decks without Scrapper. We're utilizing him as a Scrapper, and we honestly don't skip a beat. It works really, really well, and we have a interaction that I think is like borderline cheating. It's absolutely wild. Fellas, grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beat. Welcome back once again, fellas. We're going to be jumping right into a game here. Once again, from War Day of Starfall. This is the last of my sandals. If you guys saw my video from yesterday, we had 2 games that we showed off this deck playing around in Starfall, and it was working really, really well. And I had this idea of trying this deck without Scrapper. Instead, we replaced it with Pretzel. I'm not going to try and get a ton of Pretzels. I just want really like one. But then utilizing Flicker. And this is the most Flicker deck I have played by far. So we don't have Scrapper, so the only thing that's leveling us up is Dryad, as well as Starfall, of course. And Starfall definitely helps out a lot. I'll say that right now. There's no joke. Can you guys hear the jet that's going by the house? I don't know what's going on right now, but there's like a million jets going by. But we're going to be focusing on just leveling up this Flicker, and I think it's really, really interesting what we get into a little bit later, right? As soon as this starts, just one thing to note. If you guys have never played Flicker, it doesn't matter what merge rank it is. You can always move it, and you can always eat it. And you can also move/eat in a diagonal, which we didn't know the last time we played Flicker, but now we do. Okay, so we're learning every single time. We're bettering our Flicker gameplay every single time. Okay, but you can see we're in the middle right now. There's also tiles on the board that if you move onto those tiles, you'll get an automatic eat. It's definitely helpful. I don't think you necessarily need it all over the place, but it was so easy to use Flicker to get all of my Inquisitors onto squares, and it was a really, really cool interaction. You just have to make sure that you're setting your board up properly, because if you're actually going to use him as a Scrapper to cleanse, you know, get another Inquiz on the board and cleanse, eat it, to get rid of all the Knight statues or whatever, get the right amount of Knight statues, you need to do it in a very particular way, because if you have spaces on your board where it's going to take you ages to get over to that unit, it's not going to be super, super ideal. But if you play it in the right way, it can actually work out really, really well. So you can see right here, we just got all 3 of our Inquizzes onto the squares. We're actually going to move in a diagonal here, I believe, which is going to get us onto that tile. It gives us a 4. And now we can move a couple more items. We can actually just move. I didn't even realize this, but we could actually just move that Inquiz down. Oh, we actually ate the corner Knight statue. Really, really cool interactions. It's a totally different play style than I've ever done before, and it's just really, really interesting. I'm actually when I was playing this, I believe I was thinking move Pretzel and then move Inquiz onto that rank 3 Knight statue. Instead, I just moved the Knight statue back. The square up there is a food square, so it'd be worthwhile to get that guy up there. Let's see what I do. I'm curious now. We might just sit and wait for a little while, but it's absolutely fascinating. And remember, so when eating with your Flicker, it's not only just boosting the damage that the Flicker, like the active ability of your hero does, it's also increasing the damage of your units. It's both. So it's really, really worthwhile. Yeah, see, you can see I'm moving my Knight statue down. I'm going to move my Pretzel over. I'm not a seasoned Flicker player. Even just watching this back now, I realize I could have just moved my Inquiz in a different way. But I'm going to move my Inquiz down now, and at least I'm using the diagonal now. I feel like that's important. Here comes another jet. I don't know if you guys can hear it. That one's a little bit further away. But yeah, so Bro, it's so loud. But now my goal is to try and get to kind of empty space and start feeding on the units that I don't care about. I wonder if you level up your flicker if the reset time... I'm trying to think of a better word. It's something time. However long it takes you to be able to use that flicker again is going to go down, because it does take a while. So if you move something, it's just 10 seconds, right? I think it's just 10 seconds. But if you eat something, it's like 25 or something. Let's see. Hold on. So we got mana, little 51 right there. I believe we're going to eat that pretzel. So we're up at 11. It's 20 seconds. So we're at 20 seconds for that flicker. But we've got everything in the right spot. We do have another tile that we could go all the way back to the other side of the board to get another feed tile. But you know what? We're in an area where 4 out of the 5 squares that are available are near my flicker. So I can at least spam on that side. I'm going to wait until after Monkey King. But we can at least spam on that side. And hopefully we don't get stuck. Like, we're only 2 or 3 moves away from getting to that with our flicker, right? And we're right there. We spam the unit. Boop, we eat it. And I think it was after that move right there where I realized, you know what I should do? I should spam so that I only get 1 space on my board. Let's get my board full of pretzels and dryads and chemists. So none of those matter about if we have extras, right? A Knight Statue or an Inquiz would make it a little bit more difficult. But let's spam our board, which we just did here. And now I can move my guy into the corner, and I can just eat that Knight Statue. And then when I eat it, I'm going to eat another one. And I'm going to eat another one. And I didn't know 100%. And I still don't really know the answer. But right there, you can see, eat the Knight Statue. 20 seconds, wait now. And this is pretty much what we're going to do for the rest of the game. Would leveling up that Knight Statue to a rank 2 and then eating the rank 2, is that going to give you more damage output or more feed? I don't actually know. Maybe we can see if we get a rank 2 up somewhere, if it does something. But right there, we're just going to wait. So we're going to wait the 20 seconds, spam a unit, eat it. This is fascinating to me. I feel like we're cheating. Like, it's so fascinating. And because it's Starfall, our units are still getting leveled up. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen someone play Flicker like this. Maybe it's just the way it's supposed to be run, but it's blowing my mind. It's so cool. And if we do get hit by, you know, Dark Priest or King Pudding or Shaman or something, you only have 1 opportunity to try and get an Inquiz. Here comes another jet. But I could still kind of spam out and just try and get to that unit. I can merge a little bit more, maybe to give me a couple more opportunities. But it's really cool that I don't even need Scrapper, and I can just keep on eating these. We're up at 16 turkey legs. That's boosting our damage. Boosting. And we'll have to look at if it shows that actual damage boost in the overall damage. I don't know if it does. I think it's kind of like Chemist, where it doesn't really show the actual damage. It shows Chemist damage as like the attack that it's actually doing, rather than like the shield reduction that it's doing for your damage to increase, which I think is weird, but I digress. But fellas, if you are enjoying this video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video. And if you are going to make any in-game purchases, make sure that you're going through My Games and using code BEACH. You're going to get a 10% discount on the Premium Pass, as well as other rewards. It's totally free to use my code, and it enables me to continue making the content that you guys enjoy so much. Link is in the description. They have everything that the normal Rush Royale store has. Premium Pass, Hero Tavern Pass, Platinum, Gold, Gems, whatever the heck you want. Might as well go through My Games and get that discount and support hopefully your favorite content creator. Even if it's not me, support somebody else, rather than just going through the store. And leave a funny comment, because I love reading them. But look at this, right? All we're doing is just sitting in that corner, waiting for a unit. 20 seconds is up. I'm going to spam a unit. I'm going to eat it. Now we're at 20 feed. Crazy, right? Is this not just so bizarre? This is, like, and I love all the insight that you guys say to me, because every time we play this, we get better. And I know I'm not necessarily the best player in the world. I know I'm not the best player in the world, but certainly not the best Flicker player in the world. This is only the 2nd day that I've had him, her, him. But I think this is a really good strategy, right? It just takes a little long to get to it. So right now, for instance, I think we're king puddinged a little bit. So I'm trying to spam so that I can get an Inquiz so I can cleanse him. But we're not going to be able to. The game's going to end in just a second, I think. I don't even remember. But if we did get an Inquiz and we were able to feed it to our Flicker, it would cleanse just the same as if we have a Scrapper. But we don't need a Scrapper. So right there, we're at 24. 24 turkey legs, fellas. Really cool. And I could eat that Dryad, too, if I wanted to. Hit him with a good game. Let's look at the damage here. We ended up doing 3.2 million with our Flicker, so there's no way that it adds in the damage boost. But we did 333 million with our Inquiz. I wonder how much of that was because of the boosted Flicker. Okay, but this is by far my favorite Flicker deck right now. Let me know what your favorite one is. Let me know some of the other intricacies that I maybe don't understand with Flicker yet. We're going to continue to play around with them, and it's super, super fun. But fellas, that is going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Use code BEACH in the My Games shop, and I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.